Hey there, welcome to the Criticalbench channel. I'm Coach Brian, one of the coaches here, and I'm a functional movement specialist. I'm a sports nutritionist. I love the human body and I love taking you to the next level of performance. Now, even though you might not be consider yourself an athlete, you still care about your health, I hope at least. If you have any type of pain or discomfort, I'm here to help you out. In this video, I'm sharing with you 5 standing exercises that are specific to the midsection, your abs, your core muscles. And if you suffer from a bad back, don't worry, these core exercises, these ab exercises are safe. They're gonna help actually not only protect the spine, but they're actually gonna help get rid of any pain that you might have. Now, I will throw a little disclaimer out. If you suffer from something that's chronic, a really bad back, herniated disc, slip disc, bulging disc, you have nerve damage, this video might not be exactly for you unless your doctor has given you the thumbs up to do core exercises. Now, my 18 plus years of experience doing this, these are safe for most people. So again, if you don't know your current situation, but you've been dealing with a bad back, please go get that checked at your physician, your chiropractor, or an orthopedic surgeon. So let's get that off the table and let's get back to the content here. So these 5 exercises are gonna be done from a standing position, because sometimes, truth be told, getting down on the ground is tough. I mean, it's just honest. You might be to the point where you're like, I physically can't get to the ground. But don't worry, all these are from a standing position. So just need a little bit of room around us. You will probably need something to hold on to if your balance is a little shaky. And I'll demonstrate what that might look like here in a few seconds. So what you're gonna do with these 5 exercises is go through these slow, 10 to 15 seconds, or 5 to 10, maybe even 15 reps per exercise. So let's get right to it. The first one is I call a standing ab contraction. Now, when you think about a crunch or a sit-up, you're doing a lot of flexion, okay? And if you've been on our channel long enough, you know we don't like any type of spine flexion, unless you're a true athlete and you're doing some dynamic movements. But if you're trying to strengthen your core and you have a bad back, don't do this, okay? Don't flex that spine. We're gonna eliminate the flexion of this exercise, but focus on the contraction. So what I want you to do right now, stand up, you're gonna tuck your tailbone back right here, and you're gonna kind of hunker down. You're gonna squeeze that core. You're kind of trying to bring your rib cage to your belly button. Right there. It doesn't look like I'm doing a whole lot. Right there. So you're squeezing your core right there. Now if I release, I'm back upright. So I'm not rounding my back. I'm engaging my core muscles, and that's gonna kind of pull my body forward. It might be a little weird at first, but you'll get the hang of it. And if you do it correctly, you probably will start shaking. Got it? Okay? So this is actually considered an isometric exercise. Isometric exercises are some of the best exercises on the planet. And if you suffer from a bad back but looking to strengthen your core, at the end of this video, I'm gonna talk more about this video that I want to present to you. It's talking about the 15 best isometric core exercises. Stay tuned for that. I'll share with you that at the end. Okay, right there, squeeze. Good, that's the first one. The next one is a standing cherry picker. So get a little bit wider base. You're gonna bend those knees a tiny bit, and you're gonna reach up. Now, I'm not really leaning that way. I'm trying to stay upright, but obviously as I reach, the upper body is gonna turn a little bit. Reach as high as you can. I'm opening up the side of my body here. Try to keep a tall spine, and when I mean tall spine is upright. You're not hunched over and you're not arching back. It's just tall. Shoulders are pulled back, your chest is open. Like I said, if you wanna do this for time, 15 seconds nonstop, or 5 to 15 reps per side, slow and controlled, have at it. That's a great way to really open up the body. So now we're actually gonna go to the lower body. And you're probably thinking, wow, I never really thought I could do an ab exercise with my lower body. We're gonna be doing a high knee march, okay? So when you think about crunches or bringing about spine flexion, we're trying to close the body in. So instead of coming down this way, we're actually gonna bring the bottom up. So when we're marching, I want you to bring that knee up as high as you can, and then you're gonna go into that hunker down position, what we did on the first exercise. Okay? Now, if you feel like you're losing your balance, you can obviously hold on to something and stabilize that. But if you're like, hey, my balance is good, by the way, it is important to test your balance. Don't just always rely on something to do the balance work for you, because there is a lot of value in doing balance work. So at first you might be saying, whoa, I can't do this. But slow it down, focus, and you're actually gonna get more out of this exercise if you have to balance on your own. Okay? So all I'm doing, I'll go from the side, bringing my knee up, squeezing those abdominal muscles, and releasing. So if I just brought my knee up like this, that doesn't really engage your deep core muscles, your abdominal muscles here too. Bring the knee up and then kind of bring those ribs to your belly button. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. If you do that for 30 seconds, and pretty close to max effort, when I say max effort, you're squeezing those muscles hard. You're gonna get maybe a little winded, which is a good thing, but you're definitely gonna feel a little tremor going on in your midsection, which is perfectly okay. All right, so we're moving on. Now we're gonna go into a forward reach. Not going up overhead, which is a cherry picker. Now we're gonna go straight on in front of us. Feet wide, base, what do you call it? A solid base to stand from. We're gonna reach out and pull back in. Reach out and pull back in. Now I'm actually twisting my spine a little bit, engaging more of the outside part of our midsection. Reach out, reach in. Reach out, reach in. So if you want to call this like a cross body punch, and this is midline, I'm going a little bit across midline. I'm not just going straight out because I want to integrate some rotation. So punch, pull back in. And again, as I'm doing this, I'm bringing my rib cage down to my belly button. I'm not just doing this, I'm actually reaching across, squeezing those abdominal muscles, releasing. Squeezing and releasing. Right there. Do this for time, do this for reps, do this under control. Got it? Okay, good. Last exercise, and then I'm gonna share with you a little bit more about this awesome video I want you to watch. Last one is called a forward hinge. This one's a little tricky to get down, so be patient with me and work through this. At first, it's not gonna feel comfortable. You might be a little shaky, so this is something that it might be wise to stand in front of or behind because you're gonna see here in just a second. So we're actually gonna hinge at the hips. So our lower body's not gonna do much, and I'll explain to it what that looks like here in a second, but we're actually taking the upper body and doing pretty much this as best as we are allowed to do. Okay, so I'll show you from this angle first and then I'll face you. So here, solid base, knees slightly bent, and then we're gonna kind of stick the butt out a little bit, and then we're gonna take the hands and reach forward as far as we can. You're gonna feel a lot of pressure on the toes because our weight's shifting forward, and you're gonna return back to an upright position. Reach out, shift your weight forward. Again, all the movement is coming from my hips. I'm not bending my knees to get into that position. Lower body stays stabilized. I'm trying to bend at my waist. If I go too far forward, I'm falling forward. So that's why if you want to do this in front of a wall or a chair, please do. You need to make sure you don't fall. But you want to go to the point where you're almost falling, and then slow and controlled pull yourself back in. The cool thing about this is that the further you reach, the more core activation is taking place. So if you're just doing this, you're not really getting into those great depths. You need to reach out as far as you can, bring the ribs to your belly button, and then pull back in. It's pretty simple, but it's a little tricky if you allow it to be. So do this one slow. You might start out right here and then come back in. That's fine, but over time, all this is gonna get stronger, and it's gonna allow you to do this type of movement. So just in summary, we've got the first one is that standing ab contraction. Your second one is the overhead cherry picker. Your third one is the high knee. There we go, the high knee march. The fourth one being the cross body reach. And the fifth one is that forward hinge. So make sure you do all these controlled, and make sure that you just take your time with these. You can go for 10 reps, 15 reps, 5 reps. Just make sure you're getting everything under control and you're not being sloppy about it. So at the beginning of this video, or maybe somewhere in the halfway, I talked about this 15 must-do isometric core exercise video. It's going to be perfect for you. I don't care if you're 90 or 9 years old. These are exercises that everybody should be doing, even if you have a bad back. It's going to help strengthen your core. It's going to help strengthen all the muscles that need to be strengthened. So I want you to check out this free video. It's not on our YouTube channel here. It's private, and I want you to get access to it. Again, totally free. So go underneath this video. We're going to pin the link to this video so you can watch it wherever you are right now. So while you're also down there, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, share this video with somebody you know, share it on your page or text it to somebody. And if you have a comment or question about this, this video that you're watching, or just something in general, we would love to help you out in any way we can. So other than that, I just wanted to say thanks for watching this video. I'm Coach Brian with Critical Bench. We'll see you next time. We'll be right back.